What's up, confessors? Happy Mayhem Monday. We are back with another episode of Sons of Anarchy. Let me bring my gorgeous co-host of y'all, Miss Dina, aka Christina. Hey, boo, hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Now, Miss Dina is not feeling all that well, but she still decided to grace us with her presence. So let us say thank you for that alone.
I'm doing
And,
better than most days, so I'm gonna make it through.
and we gonna make it through, unlike Donna.
Oh, this was such a
And
sad episode. I mean, this was the major thing that happened in the episode, besides the fact that Stahl is still a bitch and set all this in motion. And I'm so mad at myself because I actually went on to the next episode because it's so addictive, and I'm like, oh, I gotta remember what happened. And but I'm only halfway through episode 13, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But
well, let's give the synopsis of this episode. So
right.
this episode's titled "The Sleep of Babies." It's the 12th episode of the first season of the FX original series Sons of Anarchy, and the series' 12th episode overall. Synopsis: in need of cash to fund Bobby's defense, Clay's solution leaves Sam Crow in a vulnerable position. What's supposed to be a happy homecoming for Abel ends in more turmoil for the club. And that the fuck it did. Okay? Yes.
This episode did make me mad the first time I watched it because I'm like, first of all, if you gonna be a hitter, y'all know what I'm saying when I say if you gonna be a hitter.
Yeah.
You need to confirm that you are hitting the right person.
But see, it was like a last minute slip up. You see how that happened. I mean,
but he didn't. First of all, I personally would have waited to make sure that he got in the car. I'd have been out there on the phone.
No, but he made sure Donna got in the car. Look, you got a mother and she got her kids all packed up in the car. Usually, a mother ain't about to go through all of that of switching over or anything. He didn't think that they would switch. I mean, he had to do what he had to do.
I'm just saying me, because whenever I do something, I'm a perfectionist at it. Me personally, I'd have been outside cupcaking with my boo thing on the phone, whether for real or fake, and been like whoopty woo, whoopty woo, and I would not have made a move until I saw them actually in the cars, ignition turned on, and drive off. Now I know he needed to set up ahead of time, so he had to go hide and do that. I get it. This is TV. You know what I'm saying? It sets up the whatever. I get it. I'm just saying they all need their ass. Hey, Ellen B. Yes, him and Clay need their ass beat.
I mean, oh my goodness. It was just okay. So
and the timing of everything was just so jacked up. Unser coming, what's his name? Hale telling Unser all extra late. He know he could have told Unser 3-4 days ago when he got put out the wherever they was at.
Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. So at the beginning is what tripped me out, though. I mean, you had every single one of the members in the clubhouse laid out, passed out with some crow eater. It just, oh my goodness, it was just like a brothel, okay? But you've got Tara and Jax, of course, at home or wherever they was at, and she tells him I love you for the first time this episode. I love you. He was not asleep. He heard her, he just didn't respond. Okay. He does not respond. Like, really? You love it? Well, shoot. If a dude busts a cap and somebody asks for me, shoot, I better love him. I might love him after that. Shoot.
I mean, hey, it's one of those things. The love that they shared and as deep as their relationship was, as you can see, they had, conversations later on in regards to how he's felt about her. But yeah, who you was in bed with at the beginning of the episode don't mean you gonna be in bed with that same person at the end of the episode.
Yuck. Who's yuck, Ellen? Who's yuck? I bet you talking about Tara saying I love you. I bet you anything. That's what you're talking about. That cold woman didn't love him. She was manipulating him. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, she was in the beginning, but Jack's a grown ass man though, too, at the end. Like he went drastic.
He would have called NASA to bring her the moon if she asked for it. So let's be real clear. Jax ain't doing nothing Jax don't want to do.
Exactly. And you heard him say to her this episode, look, back then I was crazy about you. It was all about you, and and I still am, but I just gotta take it slow. And that's when she got mad, slapped the mess out of him. See, she was wrong. That's what she get for trying to be fast and sassy. Mm-hmm. Trying to kiss Jax in front of Wendy, trying to make her feel all bad, like she was wrong. Well, Wendy was wrong for going up to her job and her place of employment with her colleagues, whatever you want to call them. It basically checked her. Who gonna check me, boo? She checked her basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that was her bad on that, but Tara was trying to play checkmate and was like, "Oh, I can show you better, bitch." And
here's the thing, though. If you really got what you got, it is not necessary for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the point when I married my husband, and Lord knows he was a reformed whore.
Reformed whore.
For a small time. And then he went, came out of retirement, but that's a whole nother show. But when he was reformed, I had no problem with walking in anywhere and being safe and secure, about my situation or whatever. But I think both ladies are kind of like, and Jack's got one foot on both sides of the fence anyway. But the thing about it is, if you sit back and play your role, and even if you got to pretend to be secure to get to the next moment, then you know what I'm saying, like BB said, Tara equals insecure. Yes, so she had an insecure moment, and really you drove your man into the arms of another woman. It could have been you that was there with him that night, or whatever, or he would have slept on the couch, but you did what you did, and he was feeling some type of way about it. Then Donna ends up getting taken out. So who's the woman, is that trauma bonding bullshit. And that's why he ended up doing what he did with her, because of course people, in moments of death and celebration, they look to, whoever's around, and, they want to feel the warmth of somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and especially in a situation like this, you looking like, okay, she's still my wife. Technically, it's not finalized yet. That's the mother of my children. You know what I'm saying?
I said they still married for another 2 months.
Right. And so, when something tragic like this happens, people start to question their own morality and their own situations, and they start to reevaluate situations, and based on the events that took place before, I think he was feeling some type of way.
I mean, of course he was. She was there. She was going to give it to him.
At the drop of a dime.
I mean, and then Gemma basically Gemma been throwing Wendy's pussy in Jack's face. Does that make sense? Okay.
I mean, for real, I ain't never, ever, ever, ever seen a mama be an advocate for hitting some draws like this. Like this is, well, except for maybe Chris Jenner, but yeah.
Girl, that's the queen.
I'm just saying, I think she learned a thing or two from Gemma, or they was in the same class. I don't know.
They colleagues.
Yes.
But like Gemma said, she just feels that would make she's saying to herself and trying to trick herself into thinking that's what's gonna make Jax happy because she feels that's her goal. Because Wendy knew what she was up to. Wendy caught that when she saw it all. So she went to her. She was like, "Hey, I see what you're trying to do. You ain't slick. I ain't that type of chick like I used to be. So don't be trying to play me like that." And so she's like, "Well, I mean, you get what you want still. I still meant what I said. I get what I want. Everyone's happy. So what's the problem if I step on a couple of toes?" Okay, bitch. Okay.
They gonna get enough there.
But when it was like, look, I ain't trying to play that with you. Like, I know you, heifer. I know you.
But Jim was trying to play both ends against the middle anyway, because she taunted Tara to make her slip up, which she did because she's insecure. And then she's setting Wendy up for failure because everybody knows how Jax feels about Tara, but Wendy's a placeholder. But Gemma would rather see him with Wendy because she can control Wendy.
Exactly. And she knows she can, and Wendy knows it. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees what she's trying to do, even Jax. There's been like 2 or 3 times already he's had to tell Tara, don't be listening to my mom. He know how Gemma is. He just tolerated because that's his mom, and who else gonna do it?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even tolerate it. So, whatever. But so the thing is, so now we've got the witness, and we're putting the witness in protection.
I wouldn't trust. What's that lady's name? Stahl. I wouldn't trust her to protect a roach.
Look at her. She looked like a roach.
She ain't protecting nobody.
No. Nobody. And the girl just asking her questions. She just basically like, yeah, whatever. Just, it's going to be okay. Just whatever. Just brushed her off to her partner. Now, I didn't remember then, but I believe that's her girlfriend, ain't it? We don't know that yet, but that's going to be the one that's her broad right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the only thing that I can't remember, and I don't know if this comes out in the next episode or season 2, but I was thinking to myself, does Opie ever find out what really happened?
What really happened with what?
With Donna.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been a while since I've seen it now. I didn't drink heavily and slept since then and been to the hospital. I couldn't remember. Girl,
yeah,
you don't remember?
He tried to retaliate. That's all out of season finale of season 3 or season 4.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for it.
KK in the building. Hey, girl. Hey.
All ain't protecting Eviqua. Right. Like, Paul ain't protecting nobody. You know what? If she thought that she could get somebody to turn or slip up and make a mistake, she'd have Eviqua out on the Golden Gate Bridge as bait. She don't give a damn about nobody.
Nope.
I wouldn't let her protect my dog.
Nope. Sure wouldn't. But now it's all coming back to me. I knew this was happening. So that means a lot happens in the last episode, because that's got to be when the fight happened between Jax and Tig when they go try to save Eviqua or whatnot. And yeah, but I can't remember when was, because I'm waiting to see, and I know I'm not tripping, and I could have swore it happened in season 1, but there is an episode where Tara comes to the club and Homegirl was there, and Homegirl,
that's like season 2. The one girl that's the porn star girl or something, and
I don't
that's
know
when
if
her nose gets him to
or
break
the
her
girl
nose.
that
Or no, it's Tara breaks
that
the girl's
cut
nose.
with his cut on, but either way, and she ends up coming to the clubhouse, whatever, and they end up having sex in the bathroom. And Homegirl walks in on them, and you can just see Tara giving her this snarling look as Jackson's just pounding her.
Oh, I don't know. That's got to be season 2.
Yeah. Baby, I bet you know. Not the dog. Wait, the
Right.
dog.
No, I said I wouldn't let Stahl protect my dog. He better off on his own. He could just, throw his grown man chain on and be like, I'm a pit bull. But yeah, I wouldn't let her. I wouldn't. Nope.
Nope.
I'd have been like, who is above you? Okay, and who is above them? Give me them. The 2 or 3 people above you, because you ain't shit. You getting beat up your damn self. How you protecting somebody and you getting beat up? But you still got the little strip across your nose and your eyes look like they ain't fully healed from being blacked out. Who you protecting and you can't protect yourself?
She do still look completely fucked up. Yeah. And that's why she's really mad. And it's a constant reminder for her every day that she looks in the mirror. So when she leaves out her front door every morning, Sam Crow is on her mind and she is out for vengeance. Period. But like Clay came and told her, like, look, what Otto did to you is the tip of the iceberg. Like, you gonna make me do something that I don't want to do, and it's gonna be your fault that I had to do it. It's on you, because I know what you did. Because they ended up finding out or figuring out that the tracker works, but the bug isn't working in Opie and in Opie's truck and cell phone. So, and it was funny because when Clay had sent Tig and Opie to go pick up the money or whatever part in the car, he asked him, can I use your phone? Because I found mine in a pitcher of beer. You know anything about that?
And Tig talking about maybe it was thirsty. Shut the hell on up. Shut up.
I can't stand him. But it was crazy because so now Clay is playing dirty. He made a deal with Leroy to get to come in Barbade on him and the Mayans and doing the exchange. Like, how is you about to give them the surplus? What is your problem? You about to give your rightful gang, your rival gang, your ammunition to protect your own club? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you was really that hard up. Yes, it is for Bobby's defense. Okay. But
you know what? I don't understand why Clay thinks he's God and he keeps playing with these people's lives and the shit keeps backfiring and none of this shit is working and people are getting shot, unalived, locked up. Like nothing good is happening is coming of any of the plans that he had. Like if he is the wizard behind the screen, he need to be fired and replaced because his plans and schemes and shenanigans are failing miserably.
So, and that's why Opie was scared because remember when Opie and Jax went to go get the surplus, they was talking together. And he was just, asking, should I be worried about, what am I walking into? Should I be worried? And, very messed up to think about it. What happened at the end of the episode?
But I think Opie I think Opie had like a premonition of something bad was about to happen because he knew Stahl had set him up. But when you're in this type of organized crime, you can say I'm not a rat over and over and over again. But I mean, if you ain't got the paperwork, if you don't have like 27 other people verifying that this bitch just got a hard on for the club and she threw you out there like that, then you know what I'm saying, it's very difficult to convince these people because everything, the money, the wires, the tracking device, all this, you know what I'm saying, make Stahl's, you know, what she was trying to get across, made it very believable. So as much as I sit here and say with words, I didn't do this, she did this so that y'all would think this about me, you know what I'm saying? Plus they not releasing the witness name. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Well, see, that's the thing. See, Stahl is used to doing this type of thing, you can tell, but she ain't used to how quickly that Sam Crow was about to retaliate. Like, you thought, oh, you had the whole entire night to let this be okay. You know, she was banking on the fact that, oh, the judge is going to release the name tomorrow when the trial starts, and they'll know that it's not Opie. Like, nothing's going to happen overnight. And Hale told her ass. Hale told her, like, bitch, watch what you doing, because you about to fuck some shit up. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And that's why we do no longer have Donna. Because of this. And all she go, one long piney knew Clay wanted him unalive. Yes, exactly. And see how he tried to play Piney, you know, over his son. Like, he gonna tell him, go to the clubhouse and check out and see what's going on up there. Like, that was some bitch shit. Like, really, you gonna send Piney on that bitch mission? Really? And that pissed him off. He was like, really? Like some little errand boy. That's some stuff a prospect could do.
Right. I don't know why they, you know, try to disrespect the people that have done the most. Opie did all them years. They still tripping off him. Piney
started this club.
Right. He's the original. And they treat him like he a $2 hoe or something.
Yes. I don't like how he be playing him. Like, I was just so mad. Like pissed. But yeah, it's all fucked up. You know what? You know, you asked about the retaliation for Donna. I can't remember that, but what I gave you the retaliation for was for Heine. But I can't remember Donna's retaliation. Anywho,
I'm gonna Google it when we get off of here, because I mean, literally, I could probably sit up here and watch however many seasons until I fall asleep, because this show has always been so good. But I try to stay with 1 to 2 episodes that we're watching, so I can stay in the right mind frame.
Yeah, this is my, you know, I've rewatched this series about 3 times now. But this is the first time I have rewatched it just 1 episode at a time. Because usually I just binge watch like 5 a day until I finish.
Mm-hmm.
My first time doing 1 a week.
I know, and it's so hard because you only got 15 seconds to turn it off before the next show come on, and then you be hooked on that one.
Yeah. That'd be my problem. Like, oh. But shoot,
you gotta turn the TV right off, or you be hooked into another episode.
Exactly, that quick. That's why I'm like, ooh, I be wanting to. I'm like, no, because I'm a mess around and say something that happened on the next episode that we ain't even there yet. And we expect everyone else to just be coming with the same frame. So I try to too, but I be wanting to cheat. I swear I be wanting to cheat. Word, I be wanting to cheat.
I mean, but the main people that come over all the time, they have seen it all the way through. So, there's little hints and stuff that happen in the chat. As long as we don't go from because we only have one more episode of season 1. So as long as we don't jump from season 1 to season 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying? We should be okay. I think if we talk about things, when we do the next episode, we can talk about collectively of everything that happened in season 1 and maybe lead into season 2 because most people have seen it. But yeah, I as long as you're not jumping 4 or 5 seasons ahead, you know what I'm saying, and then it kind of ruins the moment.
Yeah, and plus I don't, just in case ever someone else jumps on the bandwagon of this and they start watching this, right, and I don't want to see nothing for someone else who watches us in the future that may happen to find us doing this and they just happen to find the show and just, look it up and be like, oh, okay. So I don't want to spoil too much.
A lot of people haven't seen the show, including myself, because I just watched it about a year ago this time. I had asked my little friend, what's some good shows to watch? And he gave me this and The Shield and something else or whatever. So I had watched The Shield and then I went on to this and I was like, I was asleep all these years this was on. But for me, it was better because I do like to binge watch this, The Wire, The Shy, all that stuff. It's I like to binge watch. So it made sense for me. But I was like, where the hell was I from this year to this year that I didn't even watch this?
Girl. I don't know. This was what I lived for in the past days. It's just the finale. The finale is emotional for me because it's personal for me because personal things happen when the finale originally aired. So I'm gonna be a fucked up mess when that.
Well, honey, we got a whole lot of time.
Well, we started season 1 in September, October, November, and we in the first week of December. So we basically almost did it in just 3 months. So we got 7 more. 3 times 7 is 21. So that's a year. Well, that's almost 2 years. So, oh goodness. Woo! Are y'all in this for a long time?
You stuck with me for how many years?
Almost 2.
Okay, all right. I can get with you for 2 years.
You can't die.
I want a ring afterwards, though, because that's my thing. If you don't give me no ring after 2 years, we got to break up.
I'm gonna give you a promise ring season 4.
Okay, I'm just saying. Hey, Aunt Niecy is in the building. Did we say hi to everybody? I know Aunt Niecy's here. BB, LNV, KK. Did I miss anybody? Okay, one time I forgot to say hi to somebody and they wouldn't let me hear the end of it. So I always want to make sure I don't forget to say hi.
Yes, let's not do that.
I love all of y'all. And y'all just want y'all to know on season 4, if FedEx or UPS or Amazon Prime or somebody don't show up with my K Jewelers, I don't know, with my promise ring, we gonna have problems.
Oh shit. Y'all remind me toward the end of season 3.
I'm gonna put a reminder in my calendar.
Make sure we get this clip a half hour in.
Right.
Remember this. Season 112, half hour in. Confession said.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, I just gotta be reminded. I'm gonna forget what year we all messed up. That's like I gotta say it in order.
6.5.
So anyway, so Jax ends up telling Opie what he has read and what JT's vision was for the club and how to earn money a legit way. And Opie's like, maybe that'll happen in the future, but he finally expressed it to someone else. He's putting that out into existence, which means Jax is really trying to and wants to change the direction of the club. Mm-hmm. But it's like he's definitely gonna need an army. He's definitely gonna have to outvote Clay. You're definitely gonna have to be in the chair, in order to be able to pull this off. Because what else can you do? So Donna comes to see Opie, and she tells him that Mary wants to take the kids to Funtown. She's finding any reason to stick around. So go talk to your mama, basically, so she can get out my face. That's what basically Donna was telling him.
But you know what? Honestly, like I said, all these situations make people question, like Obi almost getting locked up, but he didn't, her almost maybe having custody of the kids. Maybe she decided to wake up and be a better grandma than she was a mama. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, look, as long as she ain't out there pimping them out on the corner, let her take them to Funtown so we could have some alone time. Like, honestly, I've not seen Opie and Donna have any alone time.
No. I mean, between the club and the kids, what is there?
And her being mad at him or running off with the kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They've not had any time to connect as a couple and like express their vision to one another and get on the same page. Because if the club is in Opie's blood, the more you try to take him away from the club, the more you are going to push him away from yourself. So you need to embrace who you married and you knew what this life was about and support him so he's not distracted, so people don't think he's a rat when he's really just distracted by his wife, which is allow all these cracks and crevices for the ATF people and whatever to come in and fuck up shit. Sorry. Yeah. That just irritated me. I'm sorry.
Oh, get it out. Speak your truth, baby. But I think the conversation that she had with Jax on the Funtown episode really helped too. Of course, that's what Jax does. So, she and don't fight it. You can't beat them, join them. Like, don't fight.
I tell people all the time, I'm not forcing nothing, but I'm not fighting nothing either, right? So I'm not forcing myself to be in situations or forcing things to last longer than they should, like I have in the past, but I'm not fighting new opportunities or blessings or, things that I wouldn't normally do, if an opportunity presents itself. Maybe this is, a blessing in disguise. And that's what she needs to do. She needs to stop fighting everything that's going on, because it ultimately it ends up hurting Opie and leads to her demise, because
I mean, either way, your life is not going to be perfect. You can fuss and fight about it all you want. Make him think that he's supposed to make it.
Ooh, you got the best comment. That's the comment of the night.
Sherry Bishop Donna was delusional, thinking that Box was going to change him. Yep. Hey, true facts. Yep. But it changed her is what it did. That's what it ended up doing. It ended up changing her. And, that's not fair to him. That's what, what you married. What you married. You've been dealing with it. You, for better or for worse. That means the club too. When you married him, you married the club. Better or for worse. You can't do that. You can't triple stamp or double stamp. So you need to get in line with it. And that's all that she needed to do. So but see, that's why Clay think he's slick. When he did that whole thing with telling Leroy that he could come and do what he gotta do in their little thing, who you smiling, kikiing with on the phone? And so even Tig wasn't it. He was like, this, you thinking this is good for the club. He even had sense for just a millisecond. And so that just goes to show that he is definitely Clay's puppet. Because he does have a strong, but he continues to do what Clay wants to do. But, however, when he had that clear shot to take of Opie when they was exchanging, he did not take that shot.
And that's why he was drinking so much at Abel's coming home party.
He could have took that shot, but he did not. And even lied to Clay saying that he couldn't get a clear shot.
Because he pumped out.
Some women want to put on the front, they want better to the struggle of facts. Because that's all they know. They don't know how to operate in no other way, no other relationship.
And I'll be the first to admit, a lot of people won't. Like, that struggle up narrative been going on 20, 30 years for a lot of people. Because that's all you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. Exactly. But, so when he made that deal, Tig even know better. So, when this is what got me, this is okay. So this is when Hale had to be, he had to really think. This is the first time Hale has really found himself between, he finally sees that he's trying to end it with love too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't help it. When you come into Charming, Sam Crow owns Charming. So you better believe you're gonna know who Sam Crow is. They're gonna know who you are. You're gonna end up.
I think this was the moment where he was like, even though I want to be on the right side of the law, wrong is wrong, right is right, and wrong is wrong, and he know that hoe was wrong.
Yeah, she was dead right, completely wrong. I mean, what she did was really some messed up stuff. So her little sidekick, little Agent Smith, I believe his name is, come in telling all the business. That's you see how he walked in, like Hale knew something was up, because you see how he marched in like a little marching up in there. So he was straight to the floor, so he was like, woo, what? Okay. But he slipped out real quick, right before he turned his head. And so he's sitting up they got him sitting up in the jail cell. Now, that's messed up. But you the sheriff, you sitting up in the jail cell yourself. Talk about this is what he wants to be away. He wants to be away from her. Someone went into a jail cell to be away from you. Just think about that. Think about that.
That part.
Really?
I would rather go sit in a jail cell.
Yes.
To hide from you. Because that's the only place I feel safe, or I can get some peace and quiet, or that's the only place I can get away from you.
That's that. That says a lot right there. Like, you don't realize this about yourself, but I'm sure she do. And that's the point.
I agree with that, BB, but I just wish he would have figured it out sooner. Like he knew somebody was going to get hurt, and I know that this all has to take place to further along the story, but I just really wish he'd have said something sooner. But I mean, Donna was annoying, so I'm not happy that she.
But she was just coming around. She was about to. Since she was coming around, she wanted to go and help him to do the dishes, clean up.
She was almost there. And it just but see, had you been on point from day one, there wouldn't have been all this discourse.
I mean, but still, even if she was on point from day one, this still would have happened. Stahl still would have, tried to,
No, because if she would have been on point and supporting Opie from day one, when even though she kind of told her to get out of her house in the previous episode, she was listening, she was reasoning, she was giving that vibe like, you know what, I might be able to have an out. If she wasn't looking for an out, then Stahl would have been like, just like Stahl knew she wasn't getting nowhere with Gemma. She knew she wasn't getting nowhere with Cherry. So with Donna, she felt like there was some leeway there. There was some wiggle room. And that's why I'm saying if Donna would have been solid from day one, she'd have been like, okay, I can't crack this bitch. Let's go with another option. But because there was that wiggle room, she played on the kids and the CPS and foster care and all that stuff. And then she had Donna doubting Opie, and she was throwing her the sketches, the suspect sketches and all that stuff. So right. Yes, season 1, Donna was the weakest link. Yes.
Goodbye. And there she goes.
You are the weakest link. You can exit the boardroom.
But it hurts because, it hurt Opie. Even though she had to go, but I don't want to see Opie hurt. He didn't deserve that. And just sitting there knowing that, like, just look at it. Like oh.
He just looks so trifling.
He is. Like, he is just so dirty in so many ways. Just a dirty birdie. Just a dirty birdie. Like, you sitting in this man car and you about to shoot this mug up later and try to
blame it on everybody else. But yeah. So
that's not right. But he learned how to blame it on things. He learned that from his master, Clay. Because that's what Clay loves to do. Blame everything. Just like the whole entire when Leroy tried to shoot out when they was doing the exchange, what did he say? Blame on the angry black man.
Well, and then, then he gonna make comments like, well, I guess he was angrier than we thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what you thought? What you thought we was gonna do? Just because he came a couple minutes early?
But see, here's the thing, he had went and talked to him earlier and gave him the drop so that he could, do the Mayans and, whatever. But then they showed up early and tried to take them out. Like, Clay tries to make these okay, to put it in new terms, Clay trying to make moves like Ghost and Tommy, but he really like not Two Bit. What was the other one? Spanky. He you know what I'm saying? He want to be Ghost or Tommy, but he really is Spanky. That's the only way I can justify it.
Okay, well, damn, that's fine. But yeah, that's also very true though.
Because all of his scheming is failing. And he keeps getting people hurt.
Exactly. Well, I mean, he don't care who he hurt. That's the thing about him. He don't care. Okay, what is this page? Sneaky mug. Just sneaky. And that was the switcheroo. That's where he messed up because he had to go and switch cars real quick. He had to leave when he had to leave, unless it wouldn't have went the way he thought.
Well, they had to make it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you see, they ended up being a witness. That man walking his dog ended up being a witness and seeing, and so he knew it was a guy in a black SUV. So he was able to he took off his cut and everything. But he left his phone in his cut. So when Unser comes to him and he's trying to tell him, like, look, Stahl pulled the plug on everything. She's gone, but you need to know that, Opie isn't the rat. It's some girl. It's the neighbor that saw the whole thing. And so you see Clay panicking, like he about a straight panic. He's
And
like,
if people would have just communicated when this happened, Opie would have told them that it's not a he witness that they looking for, it's a she, because he looked the girl dead in the eye.
right, see, but that's the thing. They always trying to think they know better, trying to always one up. That little key thing could change a lot if you just ask the right question instead of dealing with things straight on with your big ass head of a mind of ideas and shit. Like, calm down, relax, and just ask. But no, straight away. So that's what he is, though. So he's calling Tig. Like, Tig's just ringing and ringing and ringing. But Tig ain't even picking up because, he got his phone in his cut. So it was like, you gotta just understand how Clay feeling at this moment. He tried to
feel like scum. He feel like straight up scum.
And he should. Exactly. He should. Exactly. So when he tried to call, he ain't pick up, like, snap. So he's calling and Tig is right behind her, like right up on her. And he just comes in and just with the Mac 10, like, oh my God. It was terrible. It was so terrible. And there she is. He rolls up and sees her. Like, that look in his face. His eyes was bigger than anything. And he just was like, oh shit, and just sped off. What could he do? Anyway, after all of that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. So Usher comes up to him. Clay, what do we know? You know what? He get on my nerve. I can't stand him. What do we know? What do we know? You know it all. You tell him. What do we know? And he gonna say,
Clay get on my damn nerves. I can't wait.
Black.
I can't wait till season whatever.
5, 6. Yeah, 6. So yeah. I'm like, what do we know? Is he black? Like, no. Is you black? Shit. Was he black? Ugh. He trying to set it up, trying to make it seem like it's the Niners. He was going to blame it on the, like, really, like, again, you want to blame it on everybody else. Everything was on, again, the angry black man. Why we always got to be the angry black man, angry black woman? We tired of this. Like, you just want automatically just put it on us. We ain't got time for this. We ain't come here for the mess. So the first person to get up on the scene, who showed up on the scene first? Who was it? So I think it was it Unser? Well, anyway, so the members start showing up. 3 motorcycles pull up, and then Opie pulls up, and oh my goodness, that was it. Like, he just started calling her name, and she ain't waking up, and he's just grabbing at her. He reaches down and grabs her and kisses her, and oh my goodness, it was heartbreaking. Like, oh
it was. Goodness. I loved it when Hale knocked that little boy out.
Agent Smith, yes. That was classic. Yes, it was, but this is just heartbreaking right here. This. Hey, girl, hey! Whoop, whoop. The sad part about this is anything happened, the first thing we ask is what race. Yup, all the time. That be the problem. All the time. That be the thing always gotta say. What race? But, Jax was comforting his best friend. And this was like, you don't ever get to see men vulnerable like this and helping each other like this was so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so hurtful. And Clay was pissed. Like, I can tell. Like, if he could have stopped it, he would. But the point that he caused all this, I still can't have no sympathy or empathy for him. That's the problem. Because
that is the problem. He's just okay, hold on. He's just fucking trifling.
He is this. What a
That's all I got. He just fucking trifling.
Trifling. That's all that he is. That's what he gets though.
Yeah, I'm just because that is my whole thing or whatever with him. Like, everything's failing. Look at all the pain and heartache and all this bullshit you caused because you want to be head honcho, you want to play God, you want to move pieces around and do this, that, and the third for the betterment of the club, but there's no betterment of the club. Y'all keep getting in bullshit. People keep getting hurt, and yeah, okay. That's why I can't.
But you see, after Jax done comforting him, Jax knows. Jax knows something. He don't know what he know, but he knows something. There's a known unknown for him right now.
Right.
And he knows it. Because that face right there, like, yeah, I'm looking at you. I know you did something because you always doing something. He's always doing something. Period. That's all he do. But Jax is like, okay, I'm going to find out. Because one thing Jax also don't play about is Opie. That's for sure, too. That is his boy. That is his brother from another mother. And you will never be able to tell that. Like, that might as well be blood. That is his everything. So, and originally through this series, Opie's character was not supposed to stay on for as long as it did, but there was so much rave about him that he stayed on longer. But he was not.
Right. I mean, everybody got behind
Opie a long time before he did.
Oh, everybody got behind Opie because it's like you can't kill his wife and then kill him the next season. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's kind of like defeats the purpose. You know what I'm saying? At least give him a chance to redeem himself, get revenge, figure out what the hell really went on. You know what I'm saying? See how much of a asshole Clay is. So yeah, you can't really just like boom, she gone one episode and then 5 episodes later he gone. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense that way.
BB, here you go. Okay, how did Jax manipulate Opie? What are we talking about here? Here we go. Are you choosing violence? Are you choosing violence, BB? Let me know now. It looks like you about to start choosing violence.
She about to start something.
And this what we about to do, BB? We were doing so good and we almost done. You want to do this now? Future episodes. What? Okay, let me try to think about how.
I can't call it right now, except unless she talking about the way down the road episode. But I don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. That's bad.
We'll definitely get there.
We will definitely get there, but that's a few seasons away. So
yeah, but this right here, I was like, oh my goodness, really? I knew it, but I
Trauma
forgot.
bonding, trauma bonding, trauma bonding. Because
Trauma bond.
she could have easily slipped up and did some drugs. And you know what I'm saying? So the fact she was there with the baby, he wanted to come home and also be with the baby. He needed some TLC. And you know, had he told her to go sleep your ass in the living room or whatever, next thing you know, we would have seen what's that neighboring city where you get the
Don't
crank?
provoke her, Ellen. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What's the neighboring city that they get the crank from?
Um, why is she trying to make me think?
I can't remember. Anyways, if somebody know the neighboring city, and you know, because remember when they was when Jax went and beat up the dude for selling the crank to his pregnant
Yeah.
wife or whatever. Yeah. So if Jax would have been like, look, you sleep in the bed, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, or vice versa, or whatever, or I'm gonna sleep in the room with the baby, you know what I'm saying? Whoop whoop, whatever. Wendy would have been right on over there in that neighboring city, and getting her
well, you see,
or
that's it.
whatever.
Emma keeps throwing her pussy in Jack's face. Because she got it that bad for Tara. So what is she gonna do? What is Jack's gonna do? Hey, if it's there, you put a plate of food in front of you, you gonna eat. Period. And that's what had happened. But they do look cute together. I ain't gonna lie. I love this picture of them.
I don't like it.
They do look cute together. If you don't know, and I'm just talking about just look alone. Like, if you don't know who these people are, they're cute. But we ain't gonna tell Tara that.
Dang it, they not giving me the answers.
So what happened? I don't remember, but what happened to Tig and why he got this? What happened to him?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't remember.
Because we see him after the crime that he made. And then, and I don't recall that there then. Then the next time we see him is that. So I'm trying to figure out what had happened was.
I don't know. My bad. I was trying to look on here because now, see, the Niners are over in Oakland, and I thought the Mayans were over in Stockton. But remember, the Nords was in another city where they sold crank out of, and now I'm mad because
it was like it was a warehouse that was off of somewhere in the desert or some stuff, like it was off the grid. It was off the grid. So
yeah, but they called it something. They called it something. I'm finna ask Siri in a minute. Where did they buy crank in Charming? That's where I'm finna ask Siri.
Siri gonna be like, "What the hell is bitch asking me this shit for?" She gonna be like, "Bitch, what?
Crank? What is crank?"
Oh man, because I know I would. I'd be like, "What? What?" But that's so fucked up. So yeah, so now at the end we seen everyone, we seen Clay in bed with Gemma, cuddling her because he realized he is just fucking up shit, making it worse, leading this club down the wrong path, and he knows it, and his carpal tunnel and his hands shaking, and he ain't gonna be able to ride long. He gonna have to give up being president, and he ain't nothing. He don't kill his best friend, and he's a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the boys at the bar drinking chips and juice. And we see Tig, of course, cleaning his wound. And I don't understand where it came from. And
Anyways, you
yeah.
know what I do remember now? That they said that the people were selling crank at the mill, but the mill is not in Charming.
It's not Charming?
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, of course not, because that's the whole thing. Darby wants to be able to sell in Charming.
I know, but I was just, thinking in my mind, like, now I never forgot my whole thought about where I was going with this other city or whatever. But anyways, I was talking about Wendy would have been over there getting high. That was my whole point. Wendy would have been over there getting high.
Everywhere getting high.
She would have been anywhere. Charming, Oakland, Stockton, Hollywood, the Bay Area. She would have been anywhere getting high if Jax would have turned her down that night. That was my whole point.
I'm surprised she don't know the homeless. Oh, so we see the homeless woman.
Oh yes, that was her first appearance.
Homeless woman, and Gemma walks up to her. They talk. She gives her money. And she was like, Abel will bless my son. And then she heard Abel, she was like, wait, what did you say? And she was like, I will be able to help my son. But we all know she did not say that the first time. So we know already symbolically, like, this woman is like something,
Right.
So that's how it's like, yeah. Like, oh, okay, there she goes for the first time. Yes. So we all, and everyone knows that she is very symbolic throughout this whole entire series.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Always when something bad is about to happen. Like, it's never like you like when you see her. It's nice to see her, but you don't see her. It's like, oh, nice to see you. Like,
yeah, she's like the angel of death or something.
Yeah, she is. It's really like that's exactly what she is. But I read somewhere that she isn't really there, or she's only there for the person that she's talking to at the moment or something like that. Is weird. But yeah, I think it was really dope to have this like a whole thing throughout the series that people always wanted to know, always wanted to figure out and talked about, and just never knew. But yeah,
right.
So
well, my screen is freezing up. I only get like about an hour or something before it starts to act.
We are done. We have finished season 1, episode 12. The babies sleep. What's it called? The sleep of babies. We will be back next Monday with the finale episode recap of season 1. We have made it through the first season, y'all. That is what's up. We actually made it.
We still got one more episode. We got one more episode.
One more. And that is the Revelation. And when I get to hear John the Revelator, I love this song. I love when they play this song on the show. I love the songs throughout this series. I listen to some of the songs while I get ready to come on every episode, just to get in the frame of Sons of Anarchy. But anyways, y'all, Miss Zena's freezing over here, and I am ready to take a shower and watch this day off of me, because the girl has the day off tomorrow. And I'm going to clean in my mop that I got from Vern from Ready to Love. Thank you.
Right.
I can't wait. So I've never heard of this mop before. So I told my sister, she was like, I'm jealous. You got a cedar mop. I'm like, I've never heard of this mop before a day in my life. I just seen it and wanted it. So I'm going to be a mop of food tomorrow. I'm going to mop everything. My house will be spick and span. But
okay, well, come do mine when you get done.
I set myself up for that. Okay, I'll take that. I set myself up. That's my bad. That's my bad. On the way. I'm gonna grab the Harley. Be on the way.
All right. I'll leave the light on for you. I'm gonna leave the light on for you.
We'll leave the light on for you. Who is that?
I think it's Motel 6.
Yeah. I ain't seen that commercial in a long time. Have you?
No, I haven't. But they actually, Motel 6 have actually remodeled and revamped. So yes.
Oh my goodness!
They don't even have carpet no more. It's all hardwood floors. They remodeled and came up a little bit.
Oh, so they charge it a little bit more.
Right. I think they used to be in the $39.99 to $59.99 range. I think now they like in the $69.99 to $99 range, depending on the city or whatever. But they didn't came up though. They trying to compete with Best Western.
Okay. Watch out, Best Western. Watch your back.
But they can't never come for Hilton. I'm just saying, look, I'm a little biased, but they ain't never gonna come for Hilton though. They ain't even close. They ain't even close. Not Bedbug 6.
Wait, what?
BB said Bedbug 6. I'm so mad.
Damn.
I think that's why they got rid of the carpet.
That would make sense.
They're extra pet friendly. So I think that's why they got rid of the carpet.
Extra pet friendly, really? That's what we're doing. That's what we go
because of the dog hair or cat hair or whatever. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, all right, y'all. That will do it. We gonna holler at y'all next Monday, Man Monday, for the finale. It's Commission Reviews up in this BI. Thanks for watching. We out this nasty